There are two things I can recite off by heart for over 20 minutes. The first of those is the first Blackadder Season 4 episode, Captain Cook. No other Blackadder episodes, just that one. And the other is Team 4 Star's Attack on Titan Abridged. This introduced me to the world of abridged parody, which is where people would dub over an anime in a comedic way. But I recently had a thought. What if people did that for video games? They have. Snapcube produces dub-overs of the games of their choosing and often do hilarious results, making the best of the improv skills of the cast. However, what if someone actually went into the audio files of a game, changing them one by one in a way that completely changed they have? People would make comedic sound mods for games since the days of the original Half-Life, and if anything, it's an incredibly unoriginal idea to. But what if people made sound mods based off a series of in-jokes relating to the Twitch streamer Trogophal, and only for the 1999 immersive sim System Shock 2? Well, I mean, I guess they haven't, but... well, frankly, that's just a bit too specific. I have. Following my infatuation with the BioShock series that began earlier this year, I decided I might as well play the game that inspired it all, System Shock 2. This game is really immersive, and while I easily prefer BioShock on account of me being a pathetic spawn of the modern age who can't handle being given actual RPG elements in their action RPGs, this game is really immersive for something that was made 2 decades ago. Now, there is a way to kill that immersion instantly, which is the multiplayer option. Hearing of this before I bought it, I instructed several of my friends to buy it as well, but then I decided I actually wanted to feel immersed in this immersive sim, and so I went for it on my own. But after I finished it, I thought the sound design was amazing in that game, and so was the storytelling through all the audio logs. How do I ruin them? If one is to ruin something, they need to be as public about it as possible. And do I know anyone who plays video games with a very public platform with which to show my crime against software?
Oh, fuck, it's for a video, man, it's for a fucking video!
Oh yeah, that'll do me nicely. So the next step was to defile the game. Literally. If you open up the file location of Steam, go here, here, then here, you will see 2 files marked S&D and S&D2. The first of these files contains all the enemy, interface, and weapon sounds. The second of these folders is more concerned with dialogue. Now, what I want to focus on is the audio logs, which is where most of the storytelling is done in this game. I decided that I was only going to mod the audio logs in the first 2 floors of the Von Braun, because I wanted all of the good stuff to be showcased at least within the length of a stream. This means making the first bits the best thing ever, and then nothing really noteworthy happening for the rest of it. Now do you get why I have clips of Sing Yesterday for me playing at the moment? What I did was go through all the logs and determine which ones were 100% essential to the player. The ones that were left were immediately pumped full of a dangerous substance known as inside jokes. Once I had altered the lines to keep about 5% of their original meaning, I set about finding voice actors. I got 4 extra people on this project, all of whom were friends of Trogophal's, but they also had something else in common, which is that they hadn't played System Shock 2, and in some of their cases, let alone heard of it. This meant that the occasional bits of in-universe vocab went over their heads. For example, I didn't explain that rad hypos were short for radiation hypos, and thus the poor person I was working with just assumed, I suppose this game was made in the 90s, and delivered the line like this.
The hazard suits on the maintenance deck have gone missing. I'm gonna have to bring down some rad hypos.
I did know a few of these people beforehand, thus I may have given them some of the better roles.
They're a pretty famous character. I think they've even made multiple game appearances. But if you can guess who they are from this iconic line of theirs, well, a point for you.
Okay.
By God, is that the shotgun?
Yes, it is. Oh, man, Samuel L. Jackson's performance as the shotgun in this game was so good.
Oh, absolutely.
Oscar
But the last shotgun, fucking Ryan Johnson just bottled it as always.
But it was a learning experience for us all, especially as one of those people learned what Gex was in that very conversation, and then they produced this.
This is weirder than a first date in Elizabeth Windsor's fountain.
Fuck, that was really good, actually.
And because I have no way to segue into it, I was asked to put this in the video, so here you go.
Whatever is killing Diego and Natalie seems to be of no concern to them. Then again, they were all...
Sorry, I'm really sorry about that.
With that done, I transferred files like it was no one's business. And now we come to the events of Friday 19th of November, which will happen 2 hours after I've written this. Yeah, I really am planning this in advance. We began as any streamer playing a 90s game begins, cracking jokes at the expense of the limited hardware.
Just look at those particle effects, man. They are.
Mate, they're just... Look at this. Can I pull that?
But half an hour into this stream, he started to notice a few things.
Yeah, I heard the scruffy voice.
I'll be honest, forgot what this one was. Also, I can't do the accent, so...
What are you talking about?
Trying to do an impression of Scruffy from Futurama.
What?
You know, just
The-
read
what-
description.
what-
and is that you?
Also, if you make more than 3 Whitney Houston references,
okay?
they have the right to execute you.
Mate, this is exactly how you write jokes. If this isn't you, I'm suing the man for taking your personality. Right? This is you.
Don't sue him, he's already suffering with enough. I mean, you know,
When they finally made it onto the Von Braun, a few more accusations began flying, and I ended up giving away a joke I was just way too proud of.
Silence. Silence.
Sorry.
Silence.
Is that supposed to be silence, wench, as I hit something?
Silence.
silence wrench, I believe you'll find.
But as far as he knew, I was the only person screwing around with them. Until...
Body looked the same, but for some reason the head was a wolf with only 2 frames of mouth animation.
Atta!
Is this some out-of-season April
What
Fool's
about it?
joke?
No! No! Atta's in this game!
But that was someone he knew, and someone that I knew, and someone that he knew I knew. The full hand was only revealed when...
The hazard suits on the maintenance deck have gone missing.
Hold up!
Bring down some rats.
Kyle!
Just too toxic now. It's only going to get worse if he keeps them balanced.
What? When did you guys do this?
The rest is fairly apparent if you watch the stream, and I've linked the VOD in the description, and I really recommend you watch it, but I do have a personal highlight here.
The code to the conduit is 12451. Repeat. 12451.
Okay.
Now that the useful info's out of the way, I'd like to shout out my SoundCloud, my Discord server, my OnlyFans.
While I had to leave the stream halfway through, Trog did make it to the line I had to re-record the most times, so I'm pretty happy about that, and I'll let it play for you.
I don't...
Yo, this is young big ass. Anyway, I can make a commitment to Sunday. I'm not lying. Swear to God, I am not lying. Yo.
While I was very happy with the result, I couldn't get caught up in it, because I needed to evaluate the project. You know me, I have done nothing if not reflect heavily on whether the decisions I've taken were the right ones. First thing I want to mention was that a few lines I intended on replacing were missing. For example, this. Where were you when Valdez died? I was at fluidics control eating potato chip when interface ring. Valdez's kill. Negative. Secondly, I would have liked to get more people in on it. Thirdly, I should have also spent less time trying to explain the game to Trog, because it meant they missed out on some of the best moments.
Hold up. Can I listen to the... I wanted to listen to that again.
God damn it. £1.30 is just too much for a packet of Walkers. Could have at least stopped prawn cocktail.
But that should be all for me, and I hope that Trogophal won't seek revenge for ruining one of the most atmospheric games from the late 90s. Hang on. He's audio modded this vid, hasn't he? Oh, fuck.